Welcome. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight to our special health talk on healthy gut, healthy you. We all know that having a healthy digestive tract is very, very important for many, many reasons everywhere, not only from discomfort or for discomfort, but also for our immune system. And I want to share with you that, well, some of you don't know me. My name is Nada St. Germain, and I was introduced to NeoLife over 30 years ago. Now, back then, I didn't realize I had digestive trouble until I started to listen to some of these presentations. I thought it was normal to have this constant kind of bloating pain in my gut. And I also developed some allergies to the point where I was using antihistamines pretty much year round. And then I realized that I needed to look for something. And my neighbor and dear friend introduced me to NeoLife, mainly for energy and fatigue issues. I was working as a police officer in Toronto, started taking the products for stress and energy. What a difference they made in my life. And then when I started to hear a little bit more about digestion, that's when I thought, wow, maybe there was something I can do with my allergies. So once I improved my gut, all my allergies were completely under control. And you're going to understand why as I go through this presentation. So what does poor digestion look like? Well, heartburn, you hear about flatulence. I like to say northern gas, southern gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, upset stomach. Now, do you feel tired after a meal? Are you having irregular bowel movements? Less than one a day? Do you have to strain to have a bowel movement? Some people do. Have you been on antibiotics in the last year? Have you suffered from yeast infections in the last year? Do you frequently experience bloating after a meal? So these are all some signs of having a faulty digestive system. And why is digestion important? Well, diet is what you put into your body, but nutrition is what your cells and tissues actually receive. The process by which the foods are broken down into those nutritional building blocks that the body can use. So that is digestion. So that is disrupted in any way, the nutrition does not get to the body, okay? Your nutritional status is only as good as your digestion. Your body's ability to break down foods into nutrients your cells can utilize. And if this system is not in good working order, even the best diet will do you little good. And this is interesting because I do hear a lot from people saying, well, I eat healthy. Why do I have all these health issues? And I've been eating healthy. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat junk food. And then when we link it back to asking questions about their digestive system, it all makes sense and have a better understanding. Now, who has poor digestion? Well, more than 20 million Canadians suffer from digestive disorders every year. 1 in 3 people experience some sort of digestive issue throughout the day. And 91% of women experience bloating, diarrhea, cramping, or gas at least once a month, and 55% experience these symptoms every week. Now, there's 6 stages to nutrition. And you want to make sure that all of these stages flow properly into each other. So we talked about diet, digestion, and this is where it's really important because the absorption of the nutrients has to come through the lining of the intestinal wall, okay, to enter the circulatory system. And this is where the nutrients are circulated, then they are assimilated, and then that's when you form a healthy, fluffy stool. Okay, that's where the elimination and the toxins are removed. And that's your final stage. And if there's any disruption in any way, then what ends up happening, that final stage, sometimes just doesn't work properly. You hear this time and time again. So that, believe it or not, digestion actually starts in the mouth. When you first start chewing your food, and you hear all the time that you should be chewing your food a lot, and many of us don't chew our food enough. And then the stomach is where it's broken down into smaller particles, and that's where it's converted food into chyme. And the chyme moves here, and then certain enzymes are triggered by the pH levels, and digestion is completed as absorption begins. Oops. see who, sorry, someone just joined us. I want to make sure. Muted, thank you. And then again, the food and the waste that's left over are sent to the colon. And this is where the waste is again eliminated, removed of the final stage, which is really, really important. And I have a dear friend that I've known for many, many years. I remember when I met her, our babies were only 3 months old. So we're going back 24 years ago. In her whole life, her bowels were once a week. And here she is now in her 30s. And her doctor told her mom her whole life that that was normal for her. Now, would you think that'd be normal to have bowels once a week, bowel movements once a week? Not at all. Anyways, what ended up happening was she ended up developing diverticulitis. Okay, so pockets in the intestines. And when Brenda shared this with me, we started her on some of the NeoLife products, and we were able to just get things under control, not reverse the condition, but it's amazing how just by healing and keeping the inflammation down, she was able to keep things under control for the last, I would say, 30 years. It's been amazing. So let's talk about healthy digestion 101. It's also really important to have good food choices, okay? Proper breakdown and absorption of nutrients, good balance of healthy gut flora. We're going to talk about the different things that we need to do to get this in order to have healthy elimination. But let's talk about stress. Stress-induced digestive discomfort is caused by excessive stress, which causes sleep disturbances, muscle tension, headaches, digestive problems, fatigue. Chronic long-term unmanaged stress can also lead to alcohol and drug abuse, anxiety disorders, depression, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, certain gastrointestinal diseases, and some cancers, and even premature aging. So this all gives us a compromised immune system. So we got to make sure that we get that under control. What most people end up doing, they end up masking the problem, okay? Over-the-counter medicine market for gastrointestinal medicine is the third largest mega category, contributing to 4.2 billion in sales annually. So those are like your antacids and, acid suppressing medications. Now, this only addresses the symptoms, okay, and only provides temporary relief and often makes the underlying problem worse, okay? So this can, again, be harmful long-term. For short-term, it's okay, but sometimes people end up getting just really used to these medications and their body just can't function without them, okay? So we really recommend staying away. Don't mask the problem, look at what's causing the problem and try to get it under control. And there's certain supplements that you can trust, that or what we like to say that you can stomach. NeoLife digestive products are incredible. They're target delivered and they work. NeoLife has a scientific advisory board that put together a system to help us have healthy digestion. Digestive aids that are formulated to support natural digestive processes, address the underlying causes of digestion, digestive trouble, not the symptoms, okay? They're safe and gentle. And they use the finest ingredients. This was really important. When I first took a look at NeoLife, the whole philosophy behind the company being whole food based and non-GMO since 1958. And they work. So for example, one of the things that I think I shared with you is I had digestive trouble. I had allergies so bad that I was using antihistamines year round, but if I was to walk into a house with cats, I would stop breathing. And I didn't relate or link my poor digestion to my allergies. And when I started to look at this and heal my gut, I'm no longer allergic to cats. So it's pretty incredible what you can do. So let's talk about the first stage, which is the stomach. The Beta-Gest. This supports the natural digestive process. It's hydrochloric acid, 100% plant-sourced acid-stable enzymes that break down protein and lactose, addresses the causes of indigestion, not the symptoms. and maximizes digestive potential and absorption of nutrients. A lot of people you hear, oh, I have a lot of acid, I have too much stomach acid. Well, and then what happens is they take an antacid. Well, what that does is it pushes the acid back down again, and the body just keeps producing this bad acid and keeps coming back up. So the reason why this is happening is because you do not have enough of this good acid. So it's really, really important. So this is the first stage, and the Beta-Gest is actually made from beets, non-habit forming as well. Then there's our enzymes, which is intestine targeted, and it supports the body's natural digestive process. Again, it helps with the intestinal tract to enhance digestion and improve nutrient absorption. Potent, broad spectrum, natural source digestive enzymes, targeted delivery, enteric coating technology, and it addresses causes of intestinal indigestion. Again, not just the symptoms, okay? So this is really important. And when you hear enteric coated, what that means is it bypasses the acid in the stomach and gets to the areas where it needs to get to do its job, okay? And the enzymes are made from papaya, okay? So this is just, again, non-habit forming, and it helps with all that gas and bloating. And then I'm going to now have our dear friend Cindy come and share her digestive story, because she has an amazing journey on how helping her gut also helped her in her health healing. Cindy. You have to unmute yourself, hon. Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually started on the NeoLife products. I think it's going on 25 years now. And I did have pain from like fibromyalgia type pain and everything. But along with that, I had digestive issues, IBS. And, you know, it really does control your life. But once I started on the digestive aids that NeoLife had, what a difference it made in my life. And still, I take them. Many of the products that Nat has talked about already, I take, but I love the probiotic, and that is something I take faithfully every day. So Nata, did you want me to, because I used to suffer with a lot of the gassiness, not so much the pain or anything, but that I swear by this product to help with that. And also too, I do know that it's going to help my immune system. But did you know that our digestive system has over 500 types of bacteria, both beneficial and potentially harmful? And probiotics are a group of naturally occurring good bacteria that protect your health and well-being. The probiotics, if you're getting the good probiotics, they discourage the growth of the disease-causing bad bacteria. So when you have probiotics in short supply, then the bad bacteria can multiply. That can cause anything from minor digestive issues to more serious problems, gastrointestinal diseases as well. So what are the benefits of probiotics? They help, as I said, to strengthen your immune system, naturally guards against infection by improving your innate immunity, promotes a healthy response to foods in infants and children, reducing allergy symptoms. So this is really great. We've had, I think, Nata, you had like I think it was a 5-day-old baby that you introduced probiotics to as well. So any age is good, discourages the growth of the disease-causing bacteria. So it helps to promote your colon health, reducing the risk of colon cancers, bacterial enzymes, detoxifying cancer-causing substances. So it helps to support healthy colon cells. And it also improves your digestion. Probiotic bacteria assist the body in the production and utilization of important enzymes within the digestive tract. One in particular is the enzyme lactase, which is critical for the digestion of the milk sugar lactose. And you're hearing so many people avoiding milk now, right? Everybody's like lactose intolerant, it seems. But when adequate lactase is present, lactose intolerance, gas, flatulence, and bloating are actually minimized. It also, probiotics regulate your intestinal function, aids in digestion, helps you release nutrients from your food, support efficient metabolism, improves your lactose intolerance, inhibits growth of pathogenic bacteria, and it aids in the absorption of minerals as well. And it definitely helps balance that body, so it will help prevent diarrhea as well. And it actually is important that you have these, the good bacteria to help synthesize the B vitamins. You hear so many people like, they're not absorbing their B12s or, so yeah, it's definitely very important for absorption. So our NeoLife's Acidophilus is actually targeted delivered. It's a comprehensive, a complete probiotic supplement to support natural digestive tract harmony, comfort, and efficiency. And it's whole food derived, just like the NeoLife products. It's concentrated active cultures. So that's really important because there's a lot of products, say they have, X or billions of different cultures, but are they active? So that's very important. It's a unique intestine targeted probiotic. So all the different bacteria are released along the intestines where they're supposed to be. They have 5 billion, again, important live microorganisms per capsule. It's a proprietary blend of 5 types of clinically proven probiotics. And just like we mentioned about it's I think it was the enzymes, it's enteric. So it's a gel guard enteric protection system, which guarantees the delivery of where it's supposed to get to. NeoLife difference. Again, it's exclusive to NeoLife gel guard enteric protection system to ensure that everything gets down to where it's supposed to. Guarantees delivery of the beneficial bacteria. And again, the NeoLife difference, 1 capsule of Acidophilus Plus is equal to 10 servings of yogurt. This is another product actually that I do like. I personally use it for one of its great benefits for calmness and for sleeping, but it's super beneficial for the digestive system and to keep it toned and healthy. So why consume an aloe vera beverage? Scientific studies show that aloe vera is effective at helping with occasional constipation, immune system enhancement, supporting normal blood sugar levels, respiratory support, soothing the digestive system, including stress-induced comfort, and helping to heal the whole system. It helps promote balanced inflammation. And as I was mentioning before, it helps to reduce stress, calmness, and I like to have this even during the middle of the night. If I wake up, 3 o'clock in the morning, I have a little glass of the aloe beside me, so I just drink it down. So the NeoLife difference is that it is a special blend of 3 different herbal teas: chamomile, ginseng, and passion flower. And these herbs are shown to provide a host of benefits for digestion, vitality, and much more. And it's got the glycemic edge. It's naturally sweetened for a quick and sustained energy. I believe it's sweetened with agave. Vitamin C. Each serving provides 170% of the daily value for vitamin C, an antioxidant that supports immunity, cardiovascular health, skin tone, and more, and electrolytes, right? You see so many people, going for these energy drinks for electrolytes. You've got it there in the aloe. Potassium and magnesium. Promotes balanced metabolic support, especially cardiovascular and the nervous system. And its quality. Gel only filleted process keeps the aloe polysaccharides intact for maximum benefit. And did you want to talk about the fiber, Nana? I think you use
for
fiber.
sure. And as you're closing, great job on the aloe and acidophilus. And yeah, when you mentioned about the young boy, my goodness, this is going back 22 years ago. I remember receiving a phone call and her son was only, I think, about 3 months old at the time, and his bowels were impacted and they were rushing him down to sick kids once a week, and they just didn't know why. And we just started him on the aloe and acidophilus. And within, I think it was about a week, normal bowels, and he's been fine ever since. So the aloe and acidophilus can just an incredible combination. So safe for babies too. So
yeah. No, that's always stuck with me, that story. Yeah.
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 Powerful story. And then there's another one of my favorites is the fiber. I put this in my protein shake and in my baking. There's so many benefits of fiber. We need to be consuming more fiber in our diet. It's so important. It does help you feel more fuller. It helps with, losing weight safely and naturally. It's so important to have regular healthy bowel movements. So it's important also, it reduces the length of time the GI tract is exposed to harmful substances. So fiber is really, really important. In the NeoLife fiber, it has 12 different sources, okay? And all 5 types. A lot of times when you buy fiber, you're not getting that complete fiber product, and it's balanced with all forms. And it has rich in oat fiber, which is shown by research to particularly support heart health, which is really important. So great for cholesterol. It has the neopolyfibe. It helps to remove cholesterol again without robbing the nutrients. And that's really important as well. Only 1 gram of fat per serving and no cholesterol added. No salt, corn or wheat proteins, preservatives, or sulfites. It actually tastes really good. Like I said, I enjoy it in my baking and my shakes, whereas some other fibers are very heavy and gritty, whereas this is very light and very airy. And again, it's naturally sweetened as well. Actually, before I talk about Neo-Lax, I'm going to have Heather. Heather, you shared that you had a story or testimonial on digestion. Can you share, please, tonight?
Yes, thank you very much. So I was first introduced to NeoLife about 24 years ago, and I was working full-time as a teacher, and I was very tired and stressed. And so one of my parent volunteers introduced me to NeoLife, thinking that would help, and it certainly did. After a few weeks, I felt so much better, had more energy. I thought I was pretty healthy, but looking back over the years, I think I actually had some digestive issues going on most of my life. And then in my mid-50s, I really started to get embarrassed being around people or in enclosed spaces. It was quite embarrassing. I didn't want to be antisocial, but the flatulence was really starting to be a problem. And I had been learning more about the NeoLife products, and I saw these digestive aids, and I thought, well, I might as well try it. Well, I just love the enzymes because I don't have to worry about that anymore. I learned that as we age, then our digestive system does tend to slow down a little bit. It's not quite as efficient as it used to be. So I don't mind taking these natural approach to a digestive aid. It just makes it much more comfortable, and I can be social again.
That's so true, Heather. That was me. Very uncomfortable and very embarrassed to be around people. So that's great. Thank you for sharing. Another product that we have for if you're really struggling with constipation, you need to kind of a little bit of help to get things moving. NeoLife has a natural herbal laxative just to give you a bit of help. And I find people like to take this while they're traveling, because I know sometimes that's when disrupting your whole normal routine can also disrupt your bowel movements as well. But it's very calm. It doesn't disrupt the system. It's non-habit forming. It reduces gas in the digestive tract. And it is very important to help to detox. And this is one of the components of detoxing. The herbal laxative is fantastic, and this Neo-Lax is part of our detox program that I'm going to be talking to you about a little bit later. And then there's our garlic, which also plays a really big role as well. There's so many studies on garlic, onions, chives, and leeks. These are all your allium kind of vegetables, and they help with other issues like cardiovascular disease, cancer, also infection, blood pressure, and also helps to improve cholesterol. Now, what does this do with digestion? Well, we're going to talk about the garlic because it plays a really big role in CANDIDA, which also disrupts the digestive system as well, but very important for the immune system, and protects oxidative damage against oxidative damage from free radicals, from cell damage, and from aging. So garlic is a very powerful natural, I like to call it a natural antibiotic. So the benefits of garlic. Now, a lot of people say, well, raw garlic is great, but what's nice about the NeoLife garlic, it's like eating raw garlic without all that garlic breath. It's state-of-the-art again. It has the allicin, which is really important. It's the sulfur compound in the garlic. So when you see these garlic that are odorless, if they remove this component, then you're not getting what you really should be getting in the garlic, okay? It's really important that you get this. And it's exclusive targeted delivery technology, ensures 4,200 micrograms of active allicin from garlic that is delivered to the intestine. Okay, this is very, very powerful, and that's why it plays such a big role in supporting the immune system. So it is part of our detox. So it's important to detox. And why should we detox? Well, it helps to remove toxins from your body. It helps with healthy immune function, a great jumpstart to a weight loss program, help to slow premature aging, increase your energy, headaches, and irritability, food cravings, and skin problems. And the detox, this is what it looks like. It comes in a kit, and you get these 4 products that help to cleanse and detox. And you do just eat fruits and vegetables pretty much for 3 days. The first 2 days is only fruits and vegetables. And then the third day, you introduce a little bit of protein. And I would say day 2 and day 3, you're eliminating quite a bit. So do you have to be pretty much near a bathroom? I wouldn't say, I would say don't go to the gym, or if you do go to the gym, make sure you're close again to the bathroom. But they say that you shouldn't even be exercising. Just kind of stay put while you're detoxing. And it just naturally helps eliminate waste and toxins. And you are putting in that good live bacteria at the end, and for 4 more days after that. So if you want to know more about the detox, there's a great website that you can look at. And there's a detox support group as well that we can invite you to as well. Now let's talk about Candida and yeast. Now normally yeast exists in harmony with other organisms in your body, okay? Now, when there's yeast in your tract, okay, in your intestinal tract, all sorts of symptoms can occur over time. And every day, things we do in our lifestyle can cause the destruction of good bacteria, such as alcohol, coffee, chips and nachos, preservatives in food, chlorine in tap water. So there's so many things that can disrupt that, the good bacteria in your lower intestine. And there's so many symptoms. I mean, if you were to Google Candida, so many symptoms and issues can come up on different health challenges because of having an overgrowth of that bad bacteria. Okay, so it's really important to get this in check. I recommend doing a yeast cleanse at least once a year. Again, just to get that good bacteria in our colon. Again, when that bad bacteria, such as yeast, takes over because of, again, drugs or birth control pills or bad diet, it can be passed from one person to another. So it's really important that the husband and wife can do the Candida cleanse together. You need to kill the bad bacteria and put the good bacteria in again. And that's what we do with our yeast cleanse. So again, we talked about the garlic and the acidophilus. So when you're doing the Candida cleanse, it's important to avoid some of the sugary snacks and breads and crackers and cookies, baked goods, dairy, fermented foods in wine and beer, vinegar, soy sauce, dried fruits, even some nuts, canned and processed foods. Again, some fruit that's high in sugar. Okay, so it's really important. It makes the cleanse just work much better if you eliminate some of these foods. So you are doing 6 garlic for 10 nights and 6 acidophilus for 30 days. And if there's no odor of garlic after the 10 days, then we recommend continuing on and increasing the garlic 1 extra every single night until there's an odor of garlic. There needs to be a breakthrough of that odor, and the odor will come in the stool. Okay, you will smell the garlic in your bowel movement. So it's really, really important. And then for maintenance, it's always good to do 1 garlic and 1 acidophilus to keep that bacteria in check. Okay. I'm going to actually take a chance and for the detox, Sarina, I'm going to pick on you only because I know you've recently done one. Would you mind just sharing? Because I know you've recently done the detox and you've lost a little bit of weight and it's really helped. You've done it a couple of times. Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, sure. The first time I did the detox, of course, I was a little bit nervous, not sure what to expect. But I knew that I needed to do something to sort of kickstart and get myself eating better. And it was a really good way to do that. So the first time it ended up being a great experience. So I just recently did it again for a second time. And I did lose 5 pounds actually, which was fantastic. But again, it does help you kind of get back on track to a better, just a better routine in eating. You feel so good that you want to continue just eating well. And just feel lighter and fresher and have more energy. So yeah, overall, it's great. It's really
Awesome.
good.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed that, the detox as well. Thank you. I know you had a good experience, couple of good experiences, so that's great. Thank you for sharing. So when you're looking at NeoLife, and why would you trust NeoLife? And I have to say, when I first looked at the company, I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure. And one of the reasons why I was a little uncertain was my mom was taking supplements for a number of years and she wasn't getting any results. So I was really kind of not sure. But when my neighbor and dear friend shared her story with me, I got curious. So when I looked at the company and I started to dig deeper, and I saw the company had been around since 1958. They have a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing, established in over 50 countries, industry pioneer in nutrition. Okay, they have a lot of firsts in the industry and a respected scientific advisory board, a scientific team that works together in developing and manufacturing the product. So they don't just endorse the product. That's really important. And Dr. Arthur First was the founding member, and he's one of the top cancer researchers, top toxicologists in the world. And their whole philosophy is based on whole food. And that was really important to me. So that's something that drew me to the company. And also the publications. So many of their studies have been published in the most prestigious peer-reviewed scientific journals. This is third party. And I think that's really important as well. So it's not just NeoLife saying that they have these studies. So it's third-party studies, which I think is important. And again, non-GMO since 1958. And all the supplements are made from whole food. They stay within the human food chain. So when you look at NeoLife as a whole, again, we have many other products for joint pain and for, hormonal imbalance. And we host several different health talks, but tonight we're focusing on the healthy gut. But what I want to share with you is the chain of life. Now, when you're looking at the chain of life, your cells need good nutrition. And we talked about the nutrients being broken down and elimination being proper. Well, your cells need to be working properly as well in order for digestion to be working properly. And TRANN is the missing link. This is what drew me to the company 30 years ago, because these grain oils, these lipids and sterols used to be in our food. They're now milled out of our diet, milled out of all of our grains to have a longer shelf life. So this is critical for cell function and to help our cells work better, to absorb nutrients and to eliminate waste, okay? So TRANM, they're the essential lipids and phytosterols from whole grains, less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. So if you have sensitivities to wheat, you should be fine. And developed for a hospital research study, and it helps with cellular energy and efficiency. Okay, so again, getting the cells healthy. So TRANM, these grain oils, every cell in your body is surrounded by that fatty layer, that lipid layer, to allow nutrients to go in and waste to go out. So without these grain oils in your diet, the cell membrane is kind of sticky. Okay, so you're not getting the proper absorption and proper elimination of nutrients. So this is another key component of good digestion, and that's why we add ProVitality to this program. So ProVitality is a multivitamin pack that contains those grain oils. It also contains fruits and vegetables called carotenoids for immune system, omega-3 for inflammation, and a multivitamin. So this is literally a Cadillac of multis, okay? So this will be a foundation program, getting on this amazing multivitamin pack, getting your cells healthy, and then looking at some of the other products if you're having some issues with your gut. So you're probably wondering, how do I get a hold of these amazing products? Well, it's free to become a member of our wellness club. As soon as you join, you automatically get a 15% discount. And if you go on auto ship, you get wholesale price. So for example, that ProVitality pack, that vitamin pack that includes those grain oils, is a month's supply. So when you set that up on auto ship, you get wholesale price and you get all your shipping back after 6 months for being a loyal customer. And you can spend that money on other products. And there's a referral program, whereas if you refer 3 people to that pack, your vitamin pack is free every single month. So great referral program. There's also a community on Facebook that we can invite you to. It's a private group. There's already over 8,000 members in this group. And it's where people post stories and testimonials on the products and how these products have impacted their life. And just want you to know that none of these products will cure a condition or cure a disease, but it's amazing when you give the body the proper nutrients, how the body can naturally heal by strengthening your immune system, by reducing inflammation, and by getting your gut working properly, okay? So really, really important to have that healthy healing. And then there is one more option. If you or someone you know really enjoys helping others, there's an amazing opportunity where you can generate a part-time income, or that could lead to a full-time income. I had a goal of leaving my police career. And when I saw the power of these amazing products, I got really excited because I wanted time freedom. So if you're open and looking, just talk to the person that invited you to take a look at the business opportunity, because it's incredible, because the products work and people come back month after month. So again, if you're just here tonight to learn about how you can use these amazing products and get your body healthy, we welcome you. And if you have any questions, I will be pausing this presentation and opening it up to questions. I want to thank you so much for joining us.